One important cause is noise. Even the expectation of noise is sufficient to build up considerable tension.
Fuck you, What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late today. Let's go. Let's get right into the market here today, guys. We're seeing the market start to drop off in a crazy way right now. We're seeing stocks push to the downside. And, you know, it's not like we're going to really see... I don't think we're going to see stocks crash and burn necessarily today in the stock market, but this is a pretty bad move here to the downside for SPY. It's at least running down to the support or high from yesterday morning, right around 436.50. So we'll have to see if this double bottom area can hold here. If it doesn't hold, it might be a good idea to follow the trend and maybe trade those puts to the downside. But I will say this, I expect it to be pretty dang choppy out there. I don't really think that we're just going to see stocks crash and burn to the downside, like I said. So I think it'll be more of a choppy, meticulous move to the downside here. So keep your eyes on that double bottom on SPY, though. It's going to be very important as we keep going through today. Of course, we have QQQ. Let's see how the oil stocks are doing. I know yesterday they were all right, so they popped up. Now they're coming back down. What about the banks? Citigroup pulling back pretty big. Bank of America, wow, big red candle. JP Morgan. What about rates? US 10Y is actually popping back up slightly to 4.62% on this one. Wow. Okay, decent recovery day for them. I mean, there was 2 or 3 big red days, so I'm not really surprised to see the yields moving a little bit back. Now, SPY is something... There we go. Broke the double bottom, guys, right here. Let's see how low SPY can go, though. It is, like, still right around that support. Let's hope it doesn't do a faker on us. The SPY seems like it's been faking out, like, every day lately, so... Let's hope to see a good move down, not some fake, you know, double bottom break. And look, of course, we're getting green coming in right away. That's pretty funny. Let me get my 4-chart setup going. Maybe I'll even do a 6-chart setup. Can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Exactly. Quit cooking if you can't take the heat. Wow, that's a big drop. But then you zoom out, and it's not. So, it was a decent move, though, for CPI data. So, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what was CPI today? Why are the markets down so much? Well, it came in at 0.4%. And I saw one sentence throughout here that really makes it sound negative, right? The CPI increase meant worker wages fell in real terms. That's a pretty big statement. The CPI increase meant worker wages fell in real terms. I actually like that statement. It kind of gives us a perspective on what CPI does, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, you know, it's inflation, yada, yada, yada. Well, that has to do with worker wages in some cases. So, like they're saying here, the worker wages kind of fell off, which is interesting. Here's kind of the chart for CPI right here. Now, I don't really think that it even looks that bad. Like, all items was 3.7%, and it came in at 3.7% again. I don't really even see this being that bad, to be honest, on the CPI, but... The shaded area is recession. Yeah. It didn't really seem like it was bad because it came in right at expectations just about. So I don't get it. I didn't think it was that bad, but, you know, hey, the market reacts how it reacts. You know, that's how it goes. And it's not down a ton. Like, this is actually a fairly normal move for SPY, especially this week. You can't see pre-market, Carlos said. Are you, what are you on? Are you on TradingView? Sean, I do those just for you now. There probably won't be a Powell face tomorrow, but hopefully there's another stock with some news so I don't have to put him on. AMD's climbing up, really? Of course it is. Yeah, there we go. Coming up and off of that pre-market low, I see. Okay. I was looking for a drop down with AMD, but it never fell under my support. Darn it. At least Mike traded PayPal calls. Maybe that's doing better. Oh, both of our day trades today in the day trading channel just went totally opposite of what we were thinking. Any other big events today? I don't think so, but let's do a double check. Do a double check real quick. Refresh. I mean, there's a lot out here today. OPEC monthly report, monthly budget statement. I don't think that's going to matter. 30-year and 15-year mortgage rates. I mean, that might be something, but definitely nothing like we saw today. You know, no FOMC minutes or anything like that. And tomorrow, we have export prices and Michigan consumer sentiment. Which, if this comes in a lot lower than expected, that could be pretty bad if the sentiment's really low. But, man, AMD. What a move. Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia is beautiful right here. Right up to 471.50, getting rejected hard now, right as soon as we said that. Literally right whenever we said it. Classified said, I'm gonna need your playlist for sure. Here, I'll throw you out the songs. I'll throw you out this, I actually just find like a different video every day, honestly, that has like these songs in it. And they're not supposed to be copyrighted songs, but I think that they are. All right, book map. Getting the book map open here. Guess we'll go all stocks today. Why not? Those will load up for a minute. Nvidia just gave all the move back. That was funny. AMD rejecting hard at resistance. Wow, these stocks are really pulling back here. I bet AMD could go higher today, but it is pulling back here. Interesting one. I bought SECO, Javier said earlier. What is the SECO? SECO Limited? I've never heard of this one. Oh, boy. I don't know what they do, but this run up yesterday and after hours is kind of wild. I would usually never touch a stock like this, but I hope it works out for you, Javier. Speaking of heat and getting out of the kitchen, how's Tilray? Oh, down under $2 again. Man, Tilray's been sucking down here. Ugh. Oh, man. Tilray, you didn't have to do that to us. Nvidia is definitely the hotter one today. Let's go with the 4 chart setup here. SPY falling off still today. 436 now. QQQ's kind of pulling back down again too. Not overly surprised. We're drinking a Mountain Dew Kickstart today. What do you guys got out there? Love the Kickstart. Oh shit. I tried to open it so you guys could hear it, and it fucking splattered all over my screen. No. I am a stickler with shit being on the screen. It'll bother me so bad. We got the yellow pineapple, orange mango kickstart. Look at Apple in the bottom left doing very well, following with AMD. But the QQQ and the SPY overall are kind of sucking. Somebody in Discord said, "Come on, oil stock, save my account." Uh-oh. Let's see, ZOM here. Getting kind of volatile. What about Oxy? What about crude itself? Let's just look at crude itself. Oil futures. Sitting right around 85 a barrel. I think this is a pretty big level, yeah. Definitely a pretty big resistance that we're sitting at, so. Keep your eyes on this resistance. Oil. If they reject again and start falling, it'd be pretty rough. All right, AMD, you're gonna run up and break this recent high now. Looks kind of rough here. What do you guys think? Who thinks that we're going to get through 470? If you think so, let me know in the chat. If you think that we're going to keep rejecting, also let me know that. I'll be curious to see what you guys think. Kind of think you guys will think it'll go up, but I'm not sure. Ketchup's taking a beating. Yeah, it is. It's taking a big beating right now. Poor Ketchup. I wonder how low Ketchup can go, though, Sean. It's not an overly volatile stock. I'm hoping it stops around like 28 to 30, somewhere around here. Hopefully, I know it's a slow-moving stock. Hopefully, like 28. Aw, Sean. You got to go through pouring rain to get to work. Do you drive to work, Sean, or? That would suck if, like, you took a bike and you had to go through the rain. Some people just like to take the bike, you know? It's good for you. Oh, Saul said this week. You know, let's look at next week's events. What do we have next week? We have retail sales on Tuesday, Wednesday, building permits, Thursday, nothing, Friday, nothing. Next week's going to be nice and slow. except for the earnings. That's the only iffy thing about next week. He said 2 blocks I normally walk, but he's definitely driving today. Yeah, I would definitely be driving if it was raining. That's cool though, you live 2 blocks from where you work. That would actually be very cool to be able to walk and go back and forth and stuff. That'd be fun. SPY, guys, breaking the low of day again. Wow. Keep your eyes open for these puts here today. Just be careful on AMD or Apple or something, you know, but maybe puts on like JP Morgan will be good. Just given that banks kind of suck today. Although even the banks are coming back. Scratch that. For now. See the watch list. What's running down a lot? Of course, the charge point is running down. You guys see that? I think they did a share offering or something yesterday. Man, Kraft is down 2%. That's kind of a huge move for them. What's the average move? Let's see. 0.69% up and 0.69% down. Wow, it's like the same. And of course, today it's down 2%. Man, Sean, you're right about Kraft tanking. Wow. Look at how big this move. It looks like the move from last Friday. Wow. Last Friday, I remember Coke. I mean, every big consumer staple stock was down. Like Coke, Costco. Look at last Friday. Weird. Walmart. SoFi's running down. Oh, wow. Tax evasion. Is that what it was, Sean? Tax evasion? I have been seeing that anyone who makes food's getting hit because apparently they're saying that Ozempic has something to do with it. I don't see anything about Kraft avoiding taxes, but on Thinkorswim. The hell? I don't see that news anywhere. Oh, Sean was kidding. Oh. I thought you were serious. That didn't seem like a joke whenever it was in the chat. That's funny. Hopefully we do get some bad news for him. Maybe it'll be good. I think that's what you guys were saying. No, you're all good, dude. I must have missed it. That's what happens though whenever you don't scroll, you know, you don't scroll up 20 messages to see what was there, you know. That's what happens. Imagine all the like, you know how many people probably saw that and was like, wow, they really are doing tax evasion or something. Like, I know you guys were kidding, but you'd ought to see some of the emails that, you know, we get sometimes. They'll be like, wow, why'd you guys say this? And we'll be like, that was like an obvious joke, you know? Boeing, come on. Still falling. Coming down still. I hope that they pull back a little bit and then start ripping after a couple days of pullback. I think that'll be kind of what happens here with Boeing as well. 194 support. Bouncing back up a little bit today. At least it's holding its ground. Trying really hard. Haha, Ponzi. Yeah, I actually saw that news, Sean, with the price target cut on UBS. I did see that one. That one was pretty interesting. Because, of course, I was looking for the tax evasion stuff, so I found that. Cut it down to 34 from 38. Yeah. Or from 39. UBS. It's a stock that'll probably just be flat and just pay a decent dividend and, you know, just kind of chop up and down over the longer term. Unless if all the consumer staples take a big hit, then I think there might be some trouble. But wow, AMD is almost a 110. Broke the high of day. Nice stuff. It actually broke and kind of fell down again, confirmed. Nice. Now we're at 110 even. Let's see that book map. It must be hitting hard at 110. Yep, literally just hit right where there were a ton of sellers stacked up. We'll have to see if it can get up through here or not. Now look at how, guys, look at how it flip-flopped. Now there's a big stack of buyers that came in the second that sell order got filled. The buyers came in right under to kind of push it up maybe, right? Very interesting here on AMD. It's tough to say which direction, but I like that liquidity that just came in underneath with the buyers. I think it just got wiped out though. Yep. Wow. That was pretty weird to see. $110 is very big on AMD. It's been big for a long time. It's been a major level on AMD for like as long as I can almost remember, the past like 2 years or something. See that daily on it. Yeah. Yeah, it is like the past 2 years, 3 years maybe even. But this year specifically, there's been a lot of bounces at 110. It was used as a great support back in July and June. SMH. Broke resistance. That's a semiconductor ETF. Yeah. VanEck. Okay. Looking pretty good. It makes sense, you know, with AMD and NVIDIA doing well. What's dragging SPY down? Cade, you know, it's really what I'm seeing today is banks. Banks look terrible. Banks are like dragging down the market right now. Yeah, that is rough right there with the banks. Let's go to our watch list. Looks like even AI, Ford, Kraft, Enphase, Caesars Entertainment's down. Why are they down so much? What the hell, Caesar? MGM, Penn's probably down, of course. Maybe I should buy some Penn stock again. Because they have casinos all around my house and they've stolen my money, so I want to get them back. Although this wouldn't get them back. Maybe I should short it. I guess, if I wanted to get him back. But at least I could ride the wave up with the stock. But I'm definitely looking into this one a lot over the next few weeks, guys. With Bet ESPN coming out sometime in like November, I think this will end up being a big player in the sports betting industry. Puts on TPST, Saul asked. Probably so. But I wouldn't do puts. I don't think you can even trade options on this, can you? You go check. Yeah, you can't even do options on that, so I didn't think you could. Yeah, Sean. Hedging my gambling, yes. Exactly what it is. Chick on Bloomberg said we're not worried about bank earnings, we're worried about guns and butter. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Some lady on Bloomberg said that? Are you serious? Where the hell does she live? Palantir ripping back. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I had to grab a drink. Yeah, hedging that gambling, Sean. Gotta do it. I've won like $1,200 jackpots on slots a couple times here, but I've probably lost more over the longer term. I've only won, like I said, those jackpots like 2 times. Not that I go like all the time or nothing, but the one time it was funny, I won whenever I was in Florida. I was like, are you serious? It was funny, like paid for my hotel. She was the UBS head of US Banks Research. Yeah. Okay. UBS head of US Banks Research. Wow. That's the chick on Bloomberg. That's pretty weird. That makes me not think too highly of UBS. Maybe I don't give a shit about their craft. Now, I know what she means by having the guns and the butter. Like, I literally just placed a big order of shit the other day myself, but I don't know. That sounds weird. I think I ordered... Yeah, okay. I ordered something from like Lucky Gunner, I think. I bought a bunch of ammo for the AK because it's like trying to get a picture of it. Wow, banks are really falling. SPY's really tanking with them too. Damn, guys, that is wild. JP Morgan's really down. TNX is flying. The yields are pumping hard. Hard on the yields, guys. US 10Y, TNX. Wow. TNX with a huge green candle on the chart. That's just a huge candle. Hey, here's what we got. Got some mags, you know, got some rounds, nothing too crazy. Just a little something, something, you know. I actually don't have any ammo for the AKs, so I figured I'd get some. Not that I'm trying to really be crazy. I literally don't have any. AMD at 110.35. Damn. AMD's blowing me away today. Breaking new highs of the week. Let's hope it keeps up. Someone asked, does ZOM look like it's going to break out? We do a little drawing here. Pretty big here. AMD doesn't give a shit about the SPY. Nope, it doesn't. And you know why? Because essentially, while the SPY does affect AMD, you know, AMD affects the SPY as well. So it's cool to see these tech stocks doing very well today, like AMD, Nvidia, Apple. Look at Apple. I mean, nobody's really mentioned Apple yet, but they're actually breaking out even more than those other tech stocks. Maybe not percentage-wise, but chart-wise, breaking the highs. Man, they're breaking out amazingly today with Apple. And I think that that's just helping the whole tech sector move up, which is great. The QQQ is holding its ground better. SPY is really selling off. I think that those banks are playing a big role on SPY, but I like this kind of conflicted market today. I don't know why. I kind of like it. I think it puts into perspective for a lot of people how some of these indices are, right? I still can't believe these casinos look so bad. How's Ford and General Motors? Not too bad. I saw that there was some news with the auto workers striking again yesterday. Let's like watch a quick video on this. Well, I'm not watching no ads though, I'll tell you that. Heck no. No ads for us. Banks tanking the market, but according to UBS, we should just be worried about butter. Butter. Hey, butter's pretty good, Oscar. I'm not gonna lie, man.
There's another major story on your beat this morning that we've been talking about. The UAW announcing an unexpected expansion of that strike on the Big Three. This time they're hitting Ford where it counts. It's Kentucky truck plant.
It is the largest plant Ford has in the world. It is probably, by most in the industry, consider it the most profitable auto plant of any automaker in the United States. I mean, this is where 19.7% of their volume comes out of the Kentucky truck plant. And oh, by the way,
wow, it's
the
truck
stamping
plant
facility and the parts that are coming out of the Kentucky truck plant, they feed into about 13 other facilities upstream and downstream from or upstream from that plant.
Within the Ford was.
So. Go ahead.
Phil, I thought Ford, they're telling us to wrap, but I thought Ford was supposed to be the one that they were making the most progress with. Why this big hit on them?
Becky, look, that narrative has been there for a few weeks. We've done a number of stories saying this narrative about Ford being well above everybody, well further along than other people. I'm not sure where that narrative comes from, Becky. I'm being honest with you. We've done stories saying there's nobody who is further along than somebody else. The UAW right now has made a decision that it's going to keep everybody guessing. And I'm sorry, but this narrative that is out there that Ford's close to an agreement and they're farther along than other people.
I don't know about close to an agreement, but they had their Canadian auto workers sign something up,
and now
they're offering a higher increase.
General Motors is just locked
right?
up in Canada.
Yeah.
Well, General Motors just locked in an agreement there.
I thought they had offered a higher
I understand what
increase.
you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about anybody being near. I just thought that they were the ones that were maybe potentially closest to a deal.
I would say there are elements of what they are offering that you could look at it and say they are farther along than others. But let's be clear here. The UAW wants the battery plants that are being planned organized under the same master contract. And that's not happening at this point, according to Ford, GM, and Stellantis. That's the major dividing line between whether or not we see an agreement or not.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's the biggest plant, and it's the plant that they build their trucks at, which if you know trucks and you know sales of vehicles, if you ever look at the numbers, I believe the F-150 is... I believe it's going to be the most selling vehicle in the world. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I am like 95% sure it's the best selling vehicle in the world, like the Ford F-Series trucks. I believe they are. She has to interrupt, but don't even know what she wants to say. Oscar, she said really quick in there, she said that I think that there was someone in her earpiece trying to get her to like wrap it up or something. I think they said. Boeing at 193. Hey, Nam, I appreciate that. That's cool. Yeah, I'll do that more often. If you guys like those little videos and stuff like that, that's pretty cool. You guys see Delta Airlines this morning. Their profit jumps almost 60% after a strong quarter. That's pretty good. Delta Airlines profits rose 60%. Let's see their chart. Oh, wow, they gave it all back at open, though. That sucks. That sucks. They gave it all back. Oh. Somebody said that in Discord we should raid TPST. Like what? They're down 48% after rising 6,000%. That's funny. What a drop. Ooh, wow, Nvidia. Holy shit, Manny. Wow. Guys, 475 now. Now we're getting to the points of having a true ripper. AMD at 111.20. Holy shit. Let's go. The funny thing is that AMD is actually just barely above their average move, which is funny. We know SMH is up. That is a good move by these semiconductors today. They really broke those good resistances this morning and actually had some great movement today. I like it. That's awesome. I was kind of thinking to the downside, though, so I'm a little bit sad, but it's okay. You know, we go out to the daily charts of these tech stocks, and they are starting to get high again, guys. On like a long-term basis here, this just looks like a pullback, like we're gonna start we're still stair-stepping up. It was just a big stair step is all. I've been waiting to see if this little move back up is gonna be serious or if it's just gonna give us another big rejection back, but give some people some updated resistances for AMD. Let's see AMD on Bookmap again. Looks like 115 on Bookmap. What are we thinking about Nvidia? Let's see. Nvidia doubles from here. Oh, you mean go to 1K eventually? Yeah, I think it will. I think it'll definitely hit 1K eventually. But that's a strong eventually. For sure. The trap was set from the bottom. Or set at the bottom. Qualcomm and MU doing well today. Qualcomm, MU. Yeah, they're doing okay. They're not doing great, but they're doing okay. They're actually nowhere near their average percent move up, which is pretty weird. They're definitely underperforming the others. Granted, they don't make graphics cards, but... Oh gosh, Baba. Oh boy, AMD just turned around hard. Not too hard, but, you know, definitely a big red candle coming in. Are banks gonna come back now? Apple's even turning over. And right as QQQ went green, too. See what big news we got. Yeah, did anyone else see this Social Security news this weekend? Social Security cost of living adjustment will be 3.2% in 2024. Well below this year's record-setting increase. 8.7% benefit boost for 2023, and we're only going to see a 3.2% increase to the Social Security income. Or benefits, I guess you should say, but... The change will result in an estimated Social Security retirement benefit increase of $50 per month on average. Social Security. I'll tell you what, with Social Security, I have a take that I wonder what you guys will think about it. Social Security. You know how everybody, like, if you get income, you have to pay Social Security taxes for the most part, unless somehow you get out of having to pay taxes, which can, that could happen. But for the most part, people all pay into Social Security. I think that for Social Security, it would be pretty cool if you could choose to pay in or not. And then if you chose not to, you wouldn't get it at the end. Now, it's good that they probably make it so people have to get it, because there's a lot of people that would choose not to pay into it who would screw themselves when they get old. But I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of nice to have a choice to pay into it or not. Because you could argue that just using that money that goes into this tax, if you just put that into your own IRAs or 401k, or, you invested it for the longer term, it might do a lot better than, you might be able to make a lot more than what Social Security would do. Now, I know the average person wouldn't be able to do that, but I don't know. I kind of feel like you should be able to choose to pay in or not. Now, I know that would really screw things up if that were the case, but I know we can't change it now. I just mean, if it would have started with a choice, it would have been kind of cool. They're going to make Papa mad. Add huge to national debt while crooks keep raiding the fund. Warren selling KO, is he? What? Is he really? That better not be a joke. No. Are you sure? I don't see anything on the latest reports about KO, but the report might come out in a little while. I thought you were saying for sure. He might be selling. I don't know. He's held it for so long, though. I would doubt it, but... How's Palantir today? Come on, Palantir. DraftKings, gotta check in on them. Haven't looked at them once yet today. All right, Boeing's pulling back. Man, the defense stocks just could not get it going. That would be pretty funny if he is selling KO, though. Like, that's what's causing the drop. We won't really know, though, until a couple months, but that's a good thought, Ponzi, honestly. He might be. He might just be. That is a big drop out of it. Probably not selling all of it, but, you know, he might be just, like, readjusting a little bit or something. I think good old Warren Buffett is going to have to adjust into tech a little more. I know he already has Apple, but... And it makes up the majority of the portfolio at Berkshire by far. So... They always can rely on good old Apple to bring them out of the dust. Even if KO messes up. Oh, you're all good, Ponzi. I mean, that's a good thought. It's definitely a good thought to think. It's definitely something that makes me sit here and wonder, like, is he doing it? And he could be. It's actually a really good thought. Times are rough, yeah. $10-4, good buddy. Thoughts on SE? Wow, SE. Looking great here. Whoever purchased these calls on the 13th of September must have been happy. Yeah, like, guys, isn't that kind of weird? You know, like, there's... I'll be honest, Gengar. I don't think that weight loss drug is the real reason why these stocks are falling. I just cannot see that really affecting the stocks this much, right? Like, I get it that there's Ozempic, right? How many people out there really take Ozempic? You know? Like, how many people take this thing? Is the question. Is it really enough people to justify the stock going down this much? I don't know. I always think that, and this is a thought that I have now, sometimes the news is right. You know, like if we have like something specific. Like let's say for example that like Kraft Heinz. Let's say that they come out and they say that their sales are sucking, right? Now that's some news that would make sense, right? If the sales are terrible, the revenue's bad, people aren't buying, etc., it would make sense to drop. I don't know. This seems like a big drop here for something like Coke. I just couldn't imagine one weight loss drug really having this much effect over everything. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the news just likes to run with a little tabloid, and then they just run with it. I think that there's more going on here than just that. I think that it could be like funds getting out of these because they realize that there's pressure on consumers. Like we see credit card debt flying up etc., stuff like that. I would think that people trying to save money right now because of tightening conditions is playing a bigger role into this than some weight loss drug. You know, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. So much pressure on consumers right now. Like, we keep looking at these charts every night of credit card delinquency is getting crazy. I bet people are just hurting right now trying to save. You know, like, I'm not out here, like, trying to save, like, you know, like, I'm not out here, like, hurting, but, like, you know, even, like, when I go to, like, Walmart and I'm, like, looking around, you know, hell, I'll buy the $1 bottle of ketchup over buying the $4 bottles of Heinz, you know? It's just, it tastes the same, you know? We're very close. So much pressure on consumers. But I know what you're saying, Gengar, how they have those, they keep talking about that weight loss drug. It blows my mind. That would be funny as hell if every big person just started taking that drug. That would be hilarious. SPY's completely unchanged now. Yeah, it is. Look at that. SPY is like 0% on the day now. No movement. No movement at all. Nice. Yeah, Amazon followed Apple. I like it. Manny. What's up, Zigzag? Had to prep the chicken salad. I love that. Yeah, exactly. Zigzag, exactly. It's very important to have those budgets. If you want cheap, watery ketchup, you keep it to yourself. It's funny. Whenever my girlfriend goes and she buys it, she always buys the cheaper one, Cornish. And I told her last time, I said, you got to get the Kraft. I was like, you have to. That's funny. Great value diet for sure. Yeah, exactly. Like the great value, or let's see what we have. Ketchup at Walmart. Let's see. Yeah, I think I gotta see like which one we had here. Okay, we definitely got this one. Is the one that we got for sure. For sure, $1.28. Yeah, that's the one. I wonder what the ingredients list is like. Ingredients. Wow, there's actually not a lot of ingredients in this. Huh. What about Kraft? Hopefully Kraft doesn't have like a bazillion ingredients, right? They probably do. No, they don't have a lot either. Okay. Ketchup. I don't care what they say. Give me the Heinz. You know what I really like is I really love the ketchup from McDonald's. How about you guys? Do you guys like the McDonald's ketchup? It's pretty good. There's something special about it. Like, it's when you eat it on their fries, I cannot explain the mouthgasm that goes on. $248.50. Talking about McDonald's, they're also taking a big hit right now, which makes sense. If all the consumer staples are taking hits, it makes sense that McDonald's, the safe haven, takes a hit. Interesting. I bet the Dow is looking actually pretty rough lately. I guess we'll do DIA. Yeah, the Dow's been pulling back. I'm surprised it hasn't been worse for the Dow, actually. We never look at the Dow anymore. Everyone just wants the NASDAQ and the SPY. Everyone's like, screw the Dow. Too expensive. I buy dollar ketchup so I can buy $3 more of XRP. That's funny, you like XRP. That's the one I used to like, Zigzag. I never bought it, but I'm actually glad I didn't. Considering, well, everyone said that by 2020, XRP would be the currency of the Federal Reserve. You know, there was a lot of talk. Everybody that said that has been wrong so far, but we'll see as the future goes. We'll see. McDonald's has signature of a kind specially made for them and no one else. Coke, ketchup, and barbecue sauce. You know, I actually know who makes the barbecue sauce, Zigzag. Is if you go out and you buy Kraft barbecue sauce, is it McDonald's? I believe it's Kraft. Okay. The closest is the Kraft chicken and rib barbecue sauce. Okay. Maybe it's not exact, but I do remember one time I bought some barbecue sauce that was supposed to be just like it. Sean. Guys, I'm gonna have to put this on my little girl. Oh my god, dude. Sean, that's actually gonna be hilarious. I might have to buy it. If you have the link to that shirt, shoot it up. I would literally buy that shirt right now. Oh, there is one. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, Sean, we're getting it. Oh, that's hilarious. Me think money will shift to Dow in afternoon and tech will crash. I sure hope not. I'm sure it will a little bit, though. I doubt McDonald's keeps going down all day. Ever heard of the pink sauce? Uh-oh. No. Oh, I got you, Zigzag. I just was just saying how that used to be one of my favorites too. Or it was one of my favorites back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I mean like 2016. You know, people were pretty high on the XRP and a couple others back then. If I know the crypto, it must be fairly known because I don't know too many. Oh, wow. Sean even has non-craft. Go back to that SPY again. Let's go. Come on, SPY. Pretty rough today. Maybe we can get some comebacks going if those banks keep recovering. They're coming back strong. Where's that real momentum right now, though? We need to find some real Momo. Look at Zom. It actually fell out of its little trend here, and now it's kind of rejecting off. Bring up that book map. Come on, let me skip book map. My forward button won't work. See, Tessie, what are we looking like with Tessie? 262 has some buyers. Look at 265 overhead. Oh my gosh. That level was insane today. The sellers just keep coming in there. They just keep doing it. I like this little rejection, though, intraday. Pretty nice rejection. Right off the trend. Oil's a hard thing to short right now, though. Just with everything going on with Israel and everything, I just can't imagine oil staying down for too long. Oh, shit. Wow, guys, look at this. Wait till you see this news I'm about to show up for you. Look at this. Unusual Whales put out that NVIDIA CEO told employees that an employee in Israel has been kidnapped by Hamas. That's an interesting one. I'm not saying that's going to really move the make or break NVIDIA's stock, but it's definitely a weird thing to look at. That's definitely weird to hear. That's pretty crazy. I don't want to get into that too much, but didn't imagine that. Wow, Adobe is crazy. Nowhere, man. What the hell is Adobe doing? We will throw it up. With that type of movement, holy crap. Oh my gosh, Adobe. That thing's on fire. All right, let's go look at the SM bot. It probably has Adobe on there. Oh, it does a little bit. I knew it would. It was too hot. Apple calls on the bot. Look at Apple just having a day. Love that movement. Palantir calls are on here. Taiwan Semiconductors as well. TSM. Beautiful movement. Like I said, bad news for Microsoft is good. Yeah. Microsoft too. What was the bad news, Manny? Are you just talking about that little fine that they got? Let's see if I can bring the article up here. Of course, I Google Microsoft fine and it doesn't pop up right away. Oh, of course. Here we go. It's taxes is what it is. $29 billion in back taxes they're going to have to pay, it looks like. Microsoft said the issues raised by the IRS are relevant to the past, but not to our current practices. How they allocate profits among countries and jurisdictions. Seeking an additional tax payment of $28.9 billion, plus penalties and interest. Now let's go to FinViz, and let's see, $29 billion they have to pay. And this is a company with $2,474 billion worth of market cap. So it's 2.4 trillion, I believe, if I'm reading that right. 2.4 trillion on their market cap. Is that right? Believe it is. So, in reality, that amount of money is a hit on them, but it's not really like that big of a hit. Now, also, did they say that they have to pay it yet is the question. See, it says they may owe. May owe. I'm curious though, you know, it's one of those things where Microsoft is such a powerhouse that it sounds weird to say, but something like 29 billion isn't too much for them. It's a lot. It's gonna hurt their sales, you know, it's gonna hurt their numbers overall, but they'll probably be okay at the end of the day. With so many things in the SM bot, how do you know which ones to go with? Can't take all of them. Yeah, so here I'm looking at SM bot right now, and I see a lot on the list, right? Like Pepsi puts. Okay, so Pepsi's down a lot today. You might not want to take Pepsi because it's a little bit oversold. So this one's probably off the table. TSM, this one is a little bit overbought, but not really. It's like right at its average percent move. So this one would be one that you maybe keep on the radar. Once it starts to break that high of day, then you hop in. You got to use this as a screener and like go check these things out. JD's down a lot, so you know you wouldn't trade them. Palantir Calls is on here. That's another one that actually looks pretty good here, but it's pulling back a little bit. So if you see it spewing calls like this and the stock starts pulling back, just start to wait. You know, if you see like another breakout above 1820 or around that high of day, then you would get the entry right there. And now here's the new updated list. Just came out again. Look at BABA on there, because BABA puts, which I wouldn't play. Again, down too much on the day. You know, there's not always going to be a perfect opportunity here. A lot of the opportunities on SM Bot that right now don't look very good were looking amazing like an hour ago or like an hour and a half ago. You know, during that first big run down, these opportunities were looking great. Right now, a lot of these stocks are starting to get flat, where if I scroll back on the SM Bot to a post from, let's say like 8:45 or something, right? Or like 8:54 today. You know, 8:54 today, it called out AMD calls a lot, right? And, you know, if you would have gotten in then at like 8:54 on this breakout above resistance, then that would have been fire. Whereas right now, a lot of these big moves have already played out. So it's just not the best. And they all, you know, it was also spewing Apple at 8:54. Like, look at the entry here on Apple at 8:54. Pretty damn good. You know, a lot of these moves are already happened, though. which kind of sucks. So we're at that point of the day where we already had these big moves come in, and we need to kind of identify maybe some pullbacks back to the downside or wait for another big breakout to happen. It's not like the best time of the day to be buying like right now, we'll just say. But there is still a lot of volatility out there as of why the SM bot's calling things out. It's just not, the volatility is just not as strong, we'll say. It's getting towards the end of those big moves, but yeah, Zigzag, we have a bunch of products in our Discord in the premium section. This is what SM bot looks like. It essentially is, it's a bot that's programmed to call out the big movers in that moment. Now, there's a lot of data points that go into this, so don't just think like it's calling out whatever moves by a certain percentage or something. You know, it's a lot more complicated than that. And there's multiple other bots and stuff that we have in the Discord as well for stock traders, but this one is used more like a screener. So, like I said, like right now, a lot of these plays aren't going to be the best because the market's slowing down. We're starting to see that consolidation come in. But you go back to this morning whenever we were getting those bigger moves happening around like 8:50, around 8:45. You see these calls like on Apple, how it's calling it out 3 times. That's amazing. AMD had a bunch of hits right there because it had so much momentum at the time. The bot was a little bit more bullish on that than it would be on Apple because it, you know, called it out 6 times. And you would use this as a screener. So you'd go look at AMD at like 8:52 and you'd say like, wow, AMD looks pretty hot today. It's starting to break out. You know, you might have your own indicators to look at as well, but you can go with the SM bot as a screener, and then it'll give you that momentum to look at those possible day trades coming in. But that is a premium product of the Discord, so you do have to sign up for it. But it's a great question, actually. Fantastic question, 3 putts. And the SM bot's a screener, so it's not like one that you just play the exact call out it has either. Like, you don't even have to trade the exact strike any of the strikes that it's calling out. You could trade a different weekly strike or a different strike that expires tomorrow or etc. Because, you know, if you're scalping, you can go with a closer strike or maybe a little bit more out of the money if you're scalping it really quick. Come on, Boeing. Quit doing this to us. Oh yeah, Zigzag, there's a lot to be had out here. Let me get you a little video on the Discord. I think that'll help a lot. Throw it in the chat here. It's the Discord guide video. If anybody's a little bit confused with anything, this video is amazing for learning the Discord, what each channel does, how to use each channel. And then the second link I'm sending is about SM Bot, which is the one I was just talking about. Kind of goes over a little bit more in depth on how to play it and what to look for. For sure, Zigzag. 4120 on Citigroup. Coming back, though, the banks, are they really recovering back all the way? I guess Citigroup is, but JP Morgan, Bank of America, I think JP Morgan's green. Oh, it is green, just a little bit. That's actually pretty good, Sean. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Like, yeah, great point. If you see the SM bot calling out a ton of stocks, and let's say it's a ton of call options, once the bot starts dying down and it quits calling out as many calls and it dies off a little bit, you can kind of tell how that momentum is starting to leave the market when that happens. And kind of like right now, the call outs are getting a lot less than they were earlier, and that's because the SPY in the market's starting to go sideways, and we're seeing the stocks consolidate. And good point, Sean. Great point. 111 high on AMD here over the past 30 minutes or so. Would be nice to break there. It almost looks like a lower high coming in. Lower highs are never too good. Come on, X. We need those oil stocks to start moving again. Wow, yeah, it popped down out of that wedge from earlier. Let me get the Discord back on my separate monitor here. Still green overall. All right, Adobe. Coming back for us. I know this stock was insane earlier. Just straight up insane. Let's see that watch list here. What's to the downside? Astra Space. Oof. 9%. That's a bad run. I can't believe Adobe's leading my watch list to the upside. That's a pretty weird one. Spotify's up. Really? Is Joe Rogan coming alive? I'm just kidding. Don't hate me, guys. A lot of people don't like Joe Rogan. I'm sure a lot of people like him, though. Sean said the SM bot alone is worth the price of the membership. That's awesome. It definitely can be. If you're using it and you learn it, yeah, it is badass. Gotta be Photoshop. It's weird whenever Adobe leads my watch list. Seriously, that is a weird day. That's usually like never the case that Adobe would lead. Anybody out there keeping up with the baseball playoffs at all? I just ran onto my app to see kind of what the scores were looking like. Was curious if anybody out there has been following it at all. I know that there's got to be some people out there that like baseball, right? Got to be a couple. Baseball and stock trading, they're like the two perfect things for each other. As far as like the numbers go in baseball. I've noticed baseball is a real numbers game. You know, there's a lot of people who are into numbers really like it. If you're not into numbers, a lot of people think it's kind of boring, but it's one of those games for thinkers, that's for sure. Big thinking game. Kind of like golf, except a little bit more fast-paced. than golf. Manny uses it every single day. That's the SM bot. If anybody out there is interested in thinking about using the SM bot and you're not in the premium portion of Discord yet, check out the link I just sent. Code 2023 at checkout will give you 1 month for $99. That'll give you $99 for the first month. It's like basically nothing. You know, if you're trading options out there, $99 for the tools you'll get and the education for that month, if you take advantage of asking questions and stuff, is so worth it. Apple's going crazy too. Really? Still? It's still going crazy. It's actually about to retest highs. Good call, Classified. Is Apple really going to keep going? Damn. SPY's coming back now. QQQ. Are we going to get a second coming today? It looks like we are. Here we go. Second coming. Hell yeah, Zigzag. I can help you out with the options, but I'll be honest, with Forex or crypto, I'm not going to be too good. But I definitely got you on the options. Just hit me up. Or stocks. Stocks or options, I got you. I know about trading currencies, but I know more about like what affects the currencies rather than actually trading like the lots of currencies and stuff. SPY volume dropping. Let's see. I guess it makes sense. We're getting to that point of the day where it's not going to be as volatile as early on, but let's hope it holds up here, right, Manny? Maybe some more will come in soon. Yeah, look at Nvidia's volume drying up. It had a lot while it was running up earlier and then dying down now. Yeah, I'll say it's kind of connected. Kind of connected. I love companies, you know. That's what I love about companies. I don't have to worry about as much, I feel like, government things and etc. Come on, Boeing. Let's go. $191.50. Palantir's had a bad past 2 days. Let's see. PLTR. It's not terrible. This isn't a bad past 2 days. It's just a not exciting past 2 days, but it's actually been trading pretty well up off the lows. If you've been a dip buyer on this one, you've been doing pretty good, but I feel ya. It's been really flat and boring. Probably bad for options. That time decay is probably destroying them if it's anything short term. Would be nice to break out. At least it hasn't been doing like what KO did, right? Now, if you want to talk about a bad past 2 days, here you go. This is what a bad past 2 days looks like. Yeah, it definitely is going sideways. X. Damn. Yeah, Coca-Cola. We can't believe it's down so much. You were talking about it earlier. I can't believe it. McDonald's as well. Kraft. Clorox CLX, which is kind of like Kraft. Also selling off hard. Look at the daily of Clorox right now. Look at the daily on Clorox. I mean, that is just... Can't even believe what I'm seeing. At least Nvidia's been doing good, though. SPY's pulling back again. Look at that. Look at that. Right down into support, right around 435.60. I keep wanting to find the button for that guy, Ed Bassmaster, where he's like, would you just look at it? I really got to get that button made. But I got to make it myself, so it's a little bit harder, but... Sean, I'm trying to buy this Heinz ketchup thing. I'm getting it for sure. That better not be a scam website. We're getting it right now. That's going to be hilarious whenever I take a picture with that one. Maybe Kraft will send me some, like, coupons for that. I'll take... They better. They'd better. All right, Sean, it's been done. It's ordered. That's funny. Boeing coming up off of lows. Maybe it'll be a good little dip buy here. Apple. Let's see the book map. Apple running up into resistance, but I don't really see a lot of resistance overhead here. A lot of those sellers that were in ended up coming out of the market, so... Maybe Apple will start falling down here. I like this resistance. I'm just not sure if it's time to short Apple yet. I think for a quick day trade, it might be pretty good, but someone asked in Discord about it. Come on, Zom, let's go up here. That setup earlier was pretty nice. It rejected very well off this trend. We're getting close to it again. I would expect us to maybe get up through here now. Looking like a pretty good recovery day for the oil stocks, which is hot. I would have expected oil to do a little bit better with what's going on in the Middle East right now. I would have expected, as in better, as in pop up. But we know they're waiting for us. Gaza's tunnels pose deadly challenge. That would be pretty freaky, having to go down in these tunnels to fight these people. Hell. They should just send like some like robots down there, you know? Just send those RCXDs like on Call of Duty. Those like little remote control cars with like the little bombs on them. I wouldn't be going in the tunnel. I'd say sorry guys, I'm leaving. I don't think I'm built for going into a dark tunnel like that. Tom's not strong enough for that. That is... Oof, I'll tell you what, whoever goes into a tunnel like that to fight somebody, you got some balls, okay? You got some balls to go in those tunnels. It reminds me of Vietnam's tunnels. Remember? Vietnam, how people would go in the tunnels? Wow, Sean sold some puts on Palantir. I like it. Although Palantir is a little bit high on the year, but I like it though, Sean. Nice. Let's hope that on the daily this isn't a higher low at some point. Let's hope it just continues up with the stair step, and hopefully at some point soon, I would think Palantir would get up and retest like 23. I would think if it was going to break 20, I think we would get to 23 at least. But $20 has to come first, though, unfortunately. I need to go hit some golf balls today or tomorrow. I've been getting kind of lazy with going to the range. Haven't been feeling it too much since I got COVID. I'll be honest. I just haven't been into it as much. I don't know why. It's like I sat down for 3 weeks with COVID and turned lazy or something. What chance of snow in tonight's forecast? Sean, that is insane. Sean's up in Nebraska, if nobody knew that. I don't know where in Nebraska, but I'm just going to throw my dot there in the middle of Nebraska. Wow. Damn, Sean, that's pretty crazy. Chance of snow. Are you kidding? Holy shit. There really is chances of snow there. Why is it so cold right there, Sean? It's weird. There's like a low pressure system colliding with a high pressure system right there. Really weird. Because I was looking at like North Dakota and it's still hot there, so that's wild, man. SPY's coming back up, guys. Is it dip buy time on the SPY? It might be dip buy time. There we go. Far northwest corner of Nebraska, more cows than people. Northwest corner. Oh, up by like Alliance or something, or Crawford. I can't believe how low the temps are in that state. SPY looking pretty good again. Dip buying back to the upside pretty good here. I like it. Boeing moving. Go look at some news again. Inflation breakdown for September 2023 in one chart. Oh, wow. So it kind of shows what's been rising or going down. Energy actually went down. Look at that. Motor vehicle insurance is up a lot. Wow, that's weird. And motor vehicle repair. Great. Now when my car breaks, I'm fucked. Admissions to sporting events. That's pretty funny. Frozen non-carbonated juices and drinks. What the? Frozen vegetables. Uncooked beef steak. I feel like these numbers are pretty rough. It looks like they all went up quite a bit. Food from vending machines. What the? That's really weird. Huh. Let's go back to SM bot. What are we seeing on the bot? What are we seeing? Oh, wow, guys. The bot is back on fire. Amazon calls. Apple calls. AVGO calls. Look at AVGO today. Holy shit. Wow. Look at Broadcom, guys. That is a maniac stock here. What a great move by AVGO. Courtesy of SM Bot here, calling it out. I would have never seen this one. Looking hot. AMAD is on here. Amazon was still looking great, like it was just about to break the high of day. SM Bot's calling it out like a maniac. That's pretty hot looking. Amazon on the SM Bot. Double topping. Okay, I saw that one on the map too, Sean. That's cool. That's really awesome. As Sean said, his boss isn't here, so he has charts all over. I like that. That's funny. What a great run, though, today. Great moves out of the individual stocks that we're running, I guess we'll say. Come on, Amazon, let's go. Make it break HOD, and it might be a pretty good runner. It's a tough one. It's already up quite a bit, but... Oh, this song's pretty good. Apple was hot this morning. Wow. 182.20. Palantir, let's go. Not getting anything now out of the market. Come on, Apple, let's go. Ah, it's time to turn over. Not good. MU. Someone said it's confirmed to break resistance in the chat. All right, guys. Well, looks like that market is starting to slow down a lot here. A lot of these big tech stocks had some great moves today. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. I mean, man, there was a lot of stocks today that were having some fantastic runners. Just look at the watch list. But the majority have been kind of, you know, especially a lot of the growth stocks kind of falling off. Kraft Heinz is down almost 4%. Fuck me. But overall, I feel like there was a lot of great movement today out of a few stocks, but for the most part, it's been very slow and choppy for the majority. Like I said, though, Apple has been the apple of the stock market's eye today. This is pretty insane. That's an insane run up to 182, 182.30. The thing is, the average percent rise, it's honestly just right at it, though. So while it's a great intraday run, it's not like, you know. But yeah, guys, we're probably going to have to end the stream here. Appreciate you guys joining up today. I know it wasn't a super exciting day in the stock market, but hey, we had some decent runs. Decent opportunities out there. Hope you guys found some profits. How's Disney looking? I'm starting to eye up Disney if it starts dipping down again towards support. Anything under 85, and I think you're pretty damn good on Disney, so anything under there. For the longer term with shares, that is. All right, well, hey, I appreciate it, guys. And gals. Appreciate everybody out there, even the lurkers. Let's go. Thank you guys for joining up. We've had some nice conversation lately, so it's been fun to see that. But hey, have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll be in the Discord all day, of course, if you guys are looking for anything or want to talk setups or strategy or long-term stocks or etc. I will be in there. So let's go. Have a good one, guys. I will talk to you later.